Hi dolls, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to do this tutorial because today we're going to be talking about yoga skin. Now, this is actually a makeup look that was started and it's been on Instagram. She's amazing. Her name is Sarah Hill. You can find her on IG at Sarah Hill Makeup. And her technique for complexion gives you a fresh, dewy look. Literally like you just came from yoga class, you drank a kombucha, you're living your best life. So that's what this look is all about. It's going to be really fresh. It's going to be more of a dewy finish. We're not going to be contouring. We're not going to be baking. And this is a huge change for me because normally before I leave the house, I beat my face like Mac Daddy. Like, beat to the gods. I am a full coverage, matte, highlight, contour type of girl. So this is a huge change for me. But as a makeup artist, I love to try new things. I love to keep learning new things. Actually, Huda Katan did her own version of yoga skin as well as on her channel, which was a great take on it. And now I'm really excited to try this out. And I've been test driving the look and I'm really liking it. So yoga skin is, again, a dewy finish. So a few disclaimers before I actually go into the tutorial. Number one, if you have oily skin, you might not like this look because it is very dewy and it's a little bit more sheer. So if you have oily skin, then maybe yoga skin is not the look for you. I think this is best for dry skin, normal to dry skin, maybe even combination. It's winter, my skin is dry AF. Like, my skin is so dry. So this has been a great way to pump up the moisture in my makeup routine. Now, in order to save time, I've already done my eyes, brows, and lashes, and I've already prepped my skin with primer and moisturizer. For my eyes today, I used the Ruby Obsessions from Huda. If you want a tutorial on this look, leave a comment below. So to start with yoga skin, we're going to start with a liquid product. I would suggest a liquid foundation, a CC cream, or a tinted moisturizer. Something liquid, something creamy, something with more of a radiant or finish, maybe like light to medium coverage. I've done this with full coverage, so if you have a full coverage, radiant foundation that you like, you can use that too. Use what you have in the house. We're actually going to use the CC cream from IT Cosmetics. I've used this one before and I really like it, but this is the illuminating one. So I would say try something, again, with an illuminating or radiant finish. So you need that. Then you're going to need a facial oil. I'm actually going to be using my Josie Maran Argan Oil because this also helps with hyperpigmentation. It's super hydrating and it melts right into the skin. Then the third thing you're going to need is some type of liquid illuminator. I am using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. This is in Champagne Pop. If you're my complexion, maybe a little darker, try to go with warm goldeny or rose gold type of illuminators. Maybe even the NARS Orgasm Liquid Illuminator would be good. And because my skin is dry as hell, I'm going to pump up the moisture with the Starlit Glow Illuminating Moisturizer. This is from Peach and Lily. This is from their secondary line, Peach Slices. It's super cute. It smells amazing. It's strawberry and collagen. It's a highlighting moisturizer. So that's going to add to it. So now this is the fun part. I feel like I'm back in Chem Lab. So we're going to start with our Complexion product. And we're going to put it in our little mixing bowl. So just put like 2 pumps of that. I am going to be using this in the shade Deep. Then we're going to take 2 pumps of illuminator. I'm very heavy-handed with my products. You could basically do 1 pump, but again, I like to OD on my products. Then we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops of your facial oil. And again, you can use your favorite one. I'm just using my argan oil because that's what I've been using right now. That's part of my current skincare routine. And then I'm going to take a little squeeze of moisturizer. Just a little squeeze in my little mixing cup. Now, when Sarah Hill did this in her Instagram video, she rubbed all of this in her hands and then applied it to the face. I personally don't like that because I feel that when you're applying things with your hands, you just waste a lot of product, and most of it goes down the drain and it's messy. So I just put it in my little mixing bowl. I hope you guys can see that. My lights are really bright right now. So I'm going to use my NYX sponge. This is probably my last tutorial with this sponge. She's ready to go. And so then I just kind of mix it all up in my little bowl right here. And you can see how it looks. And then I'm just going to like start applying it. And then I'm going to take the other side of the sponge and start blending it out. And it feels amazing on the skin. Like, it feels so fresh and cool. I'm actually looking straight ahead as I'm blending this out. But I'm actually look right into the camera when I'm blending so you guys can see how the product actually goes into the skin. But I'm going to use my mirror for a second because to make sure I get all of the spots. And I would say just gently press it in and you're gonna see your skin just get more and more radiant. Oh my god, I love the way this looks. And this is just the first application. If you wanted to build it up a little bit more, you can take a little bit more product and build it up in the places if you feel like you need more coverage. I actually like to take the edge of my sponge and just go right here on the sides of my nose to make sure. Oh my goodness. This is so cute. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Okay. So here we are. This is the first application, and then I added a little bit more. So this is after like building it up a little bit. Yes. So now that we have this beautiful dewy look, we're not going to be contouring and we're not going to be baking. So now what you can do is take your concealer for any specific spots that you want to conceal. I'm actually pretty happy with how much coverage I'm getting, like around my eyes, and I actually had a teeny bit of concealer from when I was doing my eyes, but here you would add a little bit. Now, again, we're trying to keep this dewy finish, so we're not using a lot of powder. Again, that's a huge change for me. But what I am going to do is, instead of baking my under eye area, I'm just going to lightly dust a little bit of my Huda loose powder in Kunafa. I'm just going to gently just dust a little bit and just blend that in. I love it. And this powder, this baking powder, it really gives good coverage. I'm just gonna do a little bit. Again, I'm not baking, I'm just lightly setting the powder around my eyes. Okay, so now I want to keep my makeup all day because this is a little bit more sheer. But in order to maintain that nice dewy finish, I'm only gonna powder the perimeter of my face now. And this is still my Huda powder, but this is in cinnamon. Just on the outer edges of my face. Just to prevent any transfer or anything like that. And a little bit around here on my mouth. I always put a little bit around my mouth, and also prevents my lip color from bleeding as well. Now, because we got a little tan walking home from the yoga studio, this is where the bronzer comes in. I'm going to put in a little bit of my Prime Beauty bronzer in Brownsville. I just can't leave the house without this bronzer. And we're just going to do a little bit just to warm up the skin. Remember, no contouring. We're just warming up the skin a little bit. Because we got a little sun. And I like to add bronzer with this look because if you have a medium to deep skin tone and it just really pulls everything together, really warms up everything. Like, bronzer is just not optional to me. Like, it's a must-have. Like, you need a little bronzer. Really good. There you go. And also, this look is just so quick and easy to do. I feel you just mix everything together and then you go in. It's so easy to do this, and it's a lot of fun to do as well. So now I'm just gonna take a little bit of highlighter and a little bit of blush to finish us off. This is the Chloe and Malika collab from Becca. This is Malika's palette. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of the golden highlighter and put a little bit of this on the high points of my face. Okay. A little bit down the nose. I also like to put a little bit of highlighter on the very tip of my nose as well. I always do that. And on the Cupid's bow. I just have to. And then we just need a quick pop of blush. So I'm going to use the pink blush, this one in the palette. Because again, we're just going to stay fresh and natural. Oh my God. This is fabulous. And I just put it right on the apples with my cheeks. This brush is actually from Tarte. I bought it ages ago, and I still love it for blush. It was part of a set. I think it was discontinued or like limited edition. So that's where we are now. Now we're gonna set everything with this. This is a new product. I probably shouldn't cover it, but it's called the Hydrating Face Mist. It's H2 Rose from Carez. I love Carez. It's one of my favorite naturally based brands. I use a lot of things from them, and I'm so excited to try this because I use the Rose line religiously. So the setting spray is gonna set our look. It also moisturizes and it helps with the appearance of pores. And again, this is a more sheer look. So if you have a little bit of texture, a little bit of pores, then this will just help kind of soften all that and keep you hydrated. So here we go. Amazing. Oh, it smells amazing. So definitely check this out if you want something hydrating. Normally I would use my Urban Decay setting powder, but I want to try something new and like really stay hydrated. Okay, so, and with this look, you can basically do any lip. So I'm just gonna do a nice pink lip. This is a brownish blush from Maybelline. I love this color. And that is pretty much the finished look. It's fresh, it's dewy, it looks really healthy. It's something that can work from day to night. I've been test driving it a few days this week, and I noticed that it can, oops, people only text me when I'm filming. I've noticed that it's not a long wearing look. So for example, when I do my regular beat with my Huda Full Filter Foundation and I highlight and I contour and I set, that my makeup will stay about 10 to 12 hours with no touch-ups needed. When I do the yoga skin look, I usually get 8 to 10 hours until I need a touch-up. So I wouldn't say it's a super long wearing look, but 8 to 10 hours is pretty good for a dewy finish. Again, if you have any concerns, say with acne scarring, or there's things you really want to cover, then you might not like this look. Because again, the blend of products is going to shear out your foundation or whatever complexion product you're using. But if you really like this look, you have normal to dry skin, you're looking for something fresh, and really give your skin that extra boost of moisture in the winter, and also anything that hydrates makes your makeup lasts longer. So you're gonna definitely see improvement in your makeup if you have dry skin. And as I said, you're gonna get a good 8 to 10 hours wear out of this. I was surprised because I always feel like if something's dewy, I'm like, am I gonna have to touch up? But no. So I hope you guys really like this look. If you're watching me on Instagram TV, please be sure to follow me on Instagram so you can be one of my Sage besties. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's so easy. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment. If you want a tutorial on this eye look, leave a comment. If you want me to try different products to do yoga skin, leave a comment. So yeah, that's about it. I'm really glad you guys came back, and I will see you next week with another video. Bye!